Ever wondered if you have too much stuff, or if the things you own align with your values? We all make lifestyle choices, consciously or not, and these choices significantly impact the quality of our lives. Are you living in a cluttered space filled with items you rarely use or even remember owning? Or perhaps you're surrounded by essentials that truly serve a purpose and bring joy. Each item in your possession tells a story about your values, your desires, and your lifestyle. But does your current lifestyle truly reflect what you believe in? Does it represent your authentic self? Are you living a life of excess or a life of essence? These are questions worth pondering. It's not just about having too much or too little. It's about aligning your surroundings with your core values. Perhaps it's time to rethink and reevaluate your way of living. First, let's dive into the concept of minimalism. Minimalism as a lifestyle is about intentionally focusing on what's truly necessary, stripping away the excess, and leaving behind only the essentials. Imagine a room filled with clutter, stacks of books you've never read, clothes you haven't worn in years, and trinkets that simply gather dust. Now picture that same room with only the items you truly love and use, where everything has a place and purpose. That's minimalism at work. But minimalism isn't confined to physical belongings. It extends to all aspects of our lives. Take your daily schedule, for instance. How many tasks do you juggle each day that don't really contribute to your happiness or goals? By applying minimalism to our schedules, we can prioritize the activities that truly add value to our lives, freeing up time for what we love. Another example is our wardrobe. Picture a closet bursting with clothes, yet somehow finding something to wear is a daily struggle. Now, imagine a simplified wardrobe, carefully curated with only pieces that truly express your style and fit well. Suddenly, getting dressed becomes a lot less stressful, and your clothes serve you, not the other way around. Minimalism is not about deprivation. It's not about how few things you can live with, or proving you can survive with just 2 pairs of underwear and a toothbrush. It's about clarity, freedom, and finding joy in the simple things. It's about removing the distractions that keep you from focusing on what's truly important. The beauty of minimalism lies in its flexibility. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. Your version of minimalism might look different from mine, and that's okay. It's not a race to the bottom, but a journey towards finding what makes you happiest with the least amount of clutter. Minimalism isn't about having less. It's about making room for what matters most. Now let's shift gears and explore essentialism. Essentialism is a philosophy that encourages us to make a deliberate, conscious effort to prioritize what is truly essential in life. It's not about having fewer things like minimalism. Instead, it's about focusing on the things that are truly important and letting go of the rest. Imagine your life is like a closet. Over time, we tend to fill it with all sorts of items. Some we use daily, some occasionally, while others just take up space. Essentialism is about carefully selecting what goes into that closet. It's about keeping only what we need, what we love, and what helps us express who we truly are. Think of it this way. Essentialism is about investing your time and energy in a selective few things, rather than spreading it thin across multiple areas. It's about making the hard decisions to say no to many things so that you can say yes to what matters most. It's about choosing quality over quantity every time. Essentialism allows us to live a life that aligns with our values and passions. It's about clearing out the clutter, physical, mental, and emotional, to make room for what truly matters. It's about living intentionally and purposefully. Let's take an example. You're juggling multiple projects at work, with deadlines looming over your head. An essentialist approach would be to focus on 1 or 2 key projects that align with your skills and interests, rather than trying to do a little bit of everything. Essentialism is about understanding that we can't do everything. It's about accepting that we have limited time and energy and making the most out of it. It's about being present, being mindful, and being intentional with our choices. Remember, essentialism is not about doing more with less. It's not about cramming as much as we can into our days. It's quite the opposite. Essentialism is about doing less, but better. It's about focusing on the essential and eliminating the rest. It's about living a life filled with meaning, purpose, and joy. Essentialism is not about doing more with less. It's about doing less but better. Having defined both concepts, it's time to compare them. Minimalism and essentialism, though distinct, share a common thread. They both champion mindful living, urging us to strip away the superfluous and focus on what truly matters. Yet they approach this shared ideal from unique angles, each offering a different lens through which to view our lives and the choices we make. Minimalism invites us to pare down our possessions and distractions, advocating for a life with less stuff and more space for experiences, relationships, and personal growth. It's about reducing our physical and mental clutter to make room for the things that truly bring us joy and fulfillment. Minimalism says less is more. On the other hand, essentialism doesn't necessarily concern itself with how much we have, but rather what we have. It prompts us to curate our lives deliberately, choosing only what is truly essential to our happiness and well-being. Essentialism asks us to discern the vital few from the trivial many, to prioritize quality over quantity. Essentialism says less but better. When we compare these two philosophies side by side, it's clear that they are not mutually exclusive, but rather complementary. Both minimalism and essentialism encourage us to live with intentionality, to declutter our lives, and to focus on what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. The difference lies in the focus. Minimalism on the quantity, essentialism on the quality. So is one philosophy superior to the other? That's a subjective question, and the answer largely depends on your personal values and life circumstances. Some people might find more resonance with the simplicity and clarity of minimalism, while others might prefer the discerning and purposeful approach of essentialism. At the end of the day, both philosophies serve as tools to help us live more consciously and intentionally. They prompt us to question the status quo, to redefine success on our own terms, and to cultivate a life that aligns with our values, passions, and purpose. Whether you lean towards minimalism or essentialism, the goal remains the same: to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. So, which one aligns better with your lifestyle? It's a question worth contemplating, isn't it? As we've journeyed through the intriguing realms of minimalism and essentialism today, you've had a chance to weigh up their merits, their philosophies, and their potential impact on your life. Don't be quick to decide. Take a moment, perhaps even a day or two, to reflect on these concepts. Mull over your current lifestyle, your goals, your values. Picture your life through the lens of minimalism. Now, imagine it through the prism of essentialism. Do you see a difference? Which one resonates more with you? Remember that there's no right or wrong choice here. It's all about what aligns with your personal ethos. Maybe you'll find that a blend of both philosophies works best for you. Remember, the choice is yours. Only you can decide what brings value to your life.